bit of this and a little bit of that, fam. Welcome to another vlog. All right, so what I'm doing is impromptu. Didn't plan on doing this morning, but hey, it is what it is. I have these pears and they're going bad on me. Oh my gosh, last week when I purchased them, they were all nice and green and looking like this color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in this bowl, or if I can find something bigger, let me find a bigger bowl. All right guys, so I'm back. So I found this bigger bowl and I am going to place these in here, all 5 of my pears. And I love these pears, guys. And I like to wash my fruits before I use them, especially if I'm planning on consuming the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and add some vinegar. And I just add vinegar. I don't really measure. And I'm going to douse this with some water, cold water, cold water. As cold as I can possibly get the water. I want them to soak for a little bit in the water, just to get off all that sediment off of it. I think that's enough water. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit on the side. And then I'm going to come back and work on what I'm going to show you guys. Okay guys, I'm back. My pears are all washed. Well, actually soaked out in vinegar. I'm going to go ahead and dry them off, wash them and dry them off. I've already dried one. I'm going to get the others dried off. I'm going to place them on this plate for a reason. You know, I went to Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago looking for a cutting board. But these cutting boards are, you know, they come in 3 or 4 different, comes in a set. I don't want 3 or 4 different cutting boards. You know, I'm not a super chef, so I don't need all that. So these are all dry. And yes, as I mentioned before, they do have some imperfections on them, but I'm not even going to cut off the imperfection. I'm playing around here. So I'm going to try this. I have this cast iron frying pan that I really don't use. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and get some parchment paper and line the bottom of this pan before I place the pears on it. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can cut this around to the diameter of the frying pan. And I'll be back, guys, once the diameter is cut out. Alright, so I'm back. I went ahead and cut the parchment paper to fit the bottom of the frying pan. It's not perfect, but you know, nothing in life is perfect. So what I'm going to do is, it's the first time I'm using grapeseed oil, guys, for the very first time. I usually use the avocado oil, but when I went to my favorite little Aldi place, all the avocado was gone. So I'm going to try grapeseed oil for the first time. So what I'm going to do is spray the bottom. I don't know if I'm using too much or too little. And I am just going to grab a piece of this parchment paper over here. And I'm just going to go ahead and swirl that around. I might have put too much, but trial and error. Like I said, first time I'm doing this. So let's go. And I'm now going to take the remainder and I'm going to go here and grease the top of this. So it's well greased. Well greased up. Put that to the side for now. And I am going to go ahead and grab my pears. And I am going to slice them in halves. Yeah, slice each in half. Let me see how sharp this knife is. Maybe I should get a serrated knife. Okay, that's good. So this is what it looks like. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to cut out this little part right here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that off. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it out on the frying pan. I don't have a big kitchen, guys, so my space is so limited. When I'm doing anything, I can't really, you know, spread things out the way that I want to. But hey, you work with what you have, right? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these apart, and I will be back once I am finished cutting everything. All right, my friend, this is what it looks like, all laid out on the skillet. All right, so I'm back. This is what it looks like. I still have one little piece. I'm going to have that for my part of my breakfast. And I'm going to go ahead and spray a little bit of, and again, you know, I'm a novice at this. I keep saying I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. Sorry for the repetitive words, but I do have some cinnamon. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon over each pear, half a pear. I did say a little bit, right? Okay, that should be enough. I have some honey. And I am just going to go ahead and drizzle some honey. Honey, honey, honey. Did I just say honey? Oh yeah, this is how we, you know, in Caribbean sometimes we say honey. But it's the honey. Yeah. There's some honey over these babies. I don't know if I should rub it in. I don't know. I was going to use some brown sugar, but with my A1C, where it is right now, I don't know if I want to chance that at all. Let me turn these around a little bit. Oh, gosh, I'm telling you. That might be too much honey, but I don't know. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit or spray a little bit more of this over it. A little grapeseed oil over it. And I'm going to take this baby and I am going to put her in the oven. And we will see what she looks like when she is done. So I'll be back. Whoops. Okay, guys, I am back. I pulled her out the oven. I kept her in for 25 minutes. Pulled her out the oven. Flipped it over. And this is what it looks like. Has a lot of juice on there. I'm so glad I took the initiative to line the bottom of the skillet, because look at that. Oh, and it has a lot of juice. Look at all that goodness. Ah, yummy, yummy, yummy for my tummy, tummy, tummy. I'm gonna let it cool, and I will have one later. I don't know, I might film myself eating one, but for right now, I'm going to let it cool. And this baby, I can't touch because it is hot, hot, hot. All right, guys. Let me just flip one over so you guys can see the yum, yum, yum. Look at all that goodness. Sorry for making you guys hungry. This would go great with some ice cream, but I can't have all that fat from the ice cream. So yeah, I have to find an ice cream substitute. Yeah, so I have to find a substitute for the ice cream that is not so much that cream that it's made from. But anyway, I'm starting to veer off into ice cream. All right, guys. So anyway, make sure y'all come back now. All right, and don't forget to give the thumbs up. Sorry. Oops. Oh boy, sorry about that, guys. Make sure to give a thumbs up and leave a comment if you've ever done this dish before. You know, share what you do and let me know. Because like I said, this is my first time. Oh, here she goes again talking about this. Her first time doing this. All right. So share what you do, and you know, when I make this again, I will, you know, try your recipe to see what you guys added to it. All right. So let me stop rambling. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye. All right, guys. So I know I'm finished. I did my little closeout of my video, but I said let me come back and see if I can take these out of here and put them in here so you guys can see what they look like. I hope this container can hold them. Oh wow, look at all that goodness, guys. I might not be placing them correctly, but oh, yummy, yummy, yummy for my tummy, tummy, tummy. Look how beautiful that is looking. I'm gonna have to squeeze them in here. Squeeze them in there. Squeeze them in there. Oh, my goodness, look how beautiful that looks. So now what I'm going to do is take the parchment paper, no, and drizzle what I can over. And I said no because some of it spilled in the skillet. It's nice and cool now, guys. So I can lift it and just pour that over. And look how clean. Now this will clean up so easily. Glad I did the parchment. Alright, guys, so now I'm doing the closeout. And I'm just gonna put a piece of saran wrap over it and just put it to the side. And I'll probably come back when I'm eating one. I don't know, we'll see. Bye.